another episode of Successful Former 9-to-5ers. Emil Hurst Real Entrepreneurs TV, where we educate, empower, equip, and encourage real entrepreneurs to get to that next level. And we have another successful former 9-to-5er here, entrepreneur, main man, Derron White. What's up, Derron?
Darron White.
Darron White.
Yeah, we go call me by D. Yeah. So yeah, it's cool.
So this is my barber, but he already has a story that fits exactly into what current entrepreneurs are going through and what aspiring entrepreneurs aspire to be, but even more specifically that the barber industry, which I'm excited to learn about, and the evolution and how it's actually evolving from how it was when I grew up. But we really want to hop on your journey and figuring out when you knew for sure that 9-to-5 world wasn't for you at all. But without further ado, tell us about where you are right now in your entrepreneurship journey.
Right now, I'm sitting real high right now. I'm feeling real good about everything that I have going on. I have the shop. We've been here 4 years, going on 4 years.
Okay.
Along with that, we've started to develop our own grooming products.
Okay.
So we have beard oil and we have hair growth oil.
Okay.
It's all organic, all natural. It's something rare that you can find on the market.
Okay.
And it's just safe and suitable for all ages, and it really works.
So the hair oil is, how much hair am I missing to where I could use it? Because mine on the ends, I can hair oil on the end, but for the George Jeffersons out there.
My wife is real holistic, so I am a firm believer in natural remedies.
Okay.
So even with those type of issues, certain vitamins that you can take, certain regimens, circulating the blood in that specific area, along with the moisture of the product, it will, start some type of growth, strengthen the follicles of what you have.
Okay, we're gonna get deeper. We're gonna get deeper into that. So we have the barbershop, and we in Harvey, Louisiana,
Marrero, Louisiana.
We're in Marrero, Louisiana right now. So barbershop, how many seats you have in the barbershop?
I have 6.
Okay.
I started at 3.
Okay.
And I just evolved every year and just added on.
Okay.
So now we're at 6.
All right. 6 chairs, building, hair oil. What else we got?
Men's hair units.
Men's hair units.
Also, we do that.
Installation and maintenance.
Installation, maintenance.
Okay.
We can take you from Michael Jordan to James Brown. I don't know, something crazy like that. Yeah.
Chris Brown.
Yeah, Chris Brown. Yeah.
Chris Brown.
Yeah. And along with that, aside from that, I have a clothing line, wildlife, something that me and a dear good friend of mine started.
Okay.
Walter Lewis.
Okay.
And it just continued to evolve, one stepping stone after another. Just tap on every market.
So that's where we are now, and all that sounds good, for the person when you're giving them your elevator pitch where you are now. So tell us about that day of or that week of when you were still working a job, but you knew that you had entrepreneurship fire in you and you had to take that leap. Describe that feeling.
It was scary, man. It was feeling of anxiety.
Okay.
At the time, like I said, I had a family, so it wasn't about just me. It was me having to always provide for them.
How big is the family back then? What year are we talking about?
We talking 2012.
Okay, so at that time, how big is your family?
At that time, it was me, myself, and my 2 children.
2 kids?
Me, my wife, and 2 kids, yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
all right.
A family of 4.
So that's a for sure household.
Yeah, that's a family, yeah.
Right.
So, it was real scary. It was real scary, but my wife, she was a good support system, so that made it easier. And along with just not being compensated for my work, feeling compensated properly for my value.
And what job was that you were?
This was at Beverly Industries.
What type of job is that?
It was a dump truck company.
Okay.
Delivering sand, dirt, things, in construction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what you were doing over there where you felt like
I
you
was
weren't compensated?
Just with any job, I feel that I mean you're just you're just a pawn being in that 9 to 5 atmosphere. Not saying anything wrong with that.
Right.
It just wasn't for me. I just didn't feel. I felt that it was more for me, and I just went after it and just took it.
Right. Yeah, and I agree with you. So we want to make sure that we clear. Nothing is wrong with that, but it's more so the person that has that different feeling on the inside to go in a different direction. Go ahead.
Absolutely. I mean, it's ultimately it's what you value, and for me, those environments wasn't peaceful environments.
Which ones?
The truck driving.
Okay.
Period. I mean, it just wasn't the structure of the company. It just wasn't peaceful for me. It was a bit stressful. I felt like I was undervalued, and it wasn't worth it.
What is that industry? What's the culture like in that industry for our people that are in construction and truck driving? They probably could relate to what you went through.
The culture is, the bottom line is, like, you're easily replaceable. It's the company's equipment, and then it's you. The company equipment and the company is gonna stay. You would be the last liability to leave if something were to happen.
Gotcha. So anxiety was one feeling. What were the others?
I felt a fear of failure. Like, if it didn't work, then what? What would I do then? Because I knew I wasn't happy where I was at. So for me, this had to work. But it was a fear of it not working, then what?
And that's conversations you had with yourself or with your...
Yeah, with myself, yeah.
Okay. All right. So how you mitigated that feeling, or kind of... how did you deal with that feeling of anxiety and fear of what it doesn't work?
I kind of just began to put my destiny in my own hands. If that made sense. I just felt at that time like I was growing a lot. I was going through a lot. Excuse me. And at that particular time, and if I wanted to make some changes, like, I had to make those changes myself. Like, they wasn't gonna do it for me. So I felt like that was something that I needed to do at that particular time. So along with having a fear, I mean, but it wasn't, I don't know. I just kind of just was, I just went for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What other feelings? So anxiety, fear, that pretty much.
Man, it's that, and what we still feel still to this day as entrepreneurs. I mean, it's not an easy road. We still daily have to deal with things. It's a stress level. We don't know where our next dollar come from.
Nah.
But it's good that we put ourselves in position that we know it's coming.
Yep.
That takes time.
Yep.
That takes feelings, ultimately. Like, it takes it takes time for you to get to that level. But in getting to that level and struggling to strive to get to that level, there's certain feelings, fear, anxiety, nervousness, feelings in that area. Because like I said, we don't know, where our next dollar come from, and we having families to feed, so it's...
Yeah, I agree. So tell us a little bit more about family. So not only do you have a wife that you're responsible for, and even though our wives are adults, we still feel a certain sense of responsibility. In addition to that, you have 2 kids. So
Absolutely.
the anxiety, that fear of failure, how did family help you move forward through those feelings to get to that actual day where you quit?
Honestly, it was my wife.
Okay.
She got tired of me having a large crowd of customers at our small apartment at the time. And she egged me on to go to school, to try to go to school. So that's what I did. I enrolled in barber school and I worked, and it was tough at first. And then that's
so you still drive and went to school?
I drove. I drove and I went
Okay.
to school on the weekends.
Okay.
All right, so it was a crazy thing. I met, you remember Jerome from the old shop?
Yes.
I met Jerome Melvison, and like, he was a great mentor to me, and a lot of things just changed for me. A lot of my vision is just ultimately changed. After having a meeting with him, I dropped out of barber school, and then I enrolled in the apprenticeship program for a barber. That allowed me to work in his shop and at the same time accumulate barber hours. So basically I'm in school and I'm making money while I'm in school.
But you knew how to cut hair already.
I knew how to cut hair since I was 13.
Okay.
Yeah. So after meeting him and learning that structure and responsibility from him, that also helped me. Hey, I'm like, okay, I'm here and I'm making money and I'm doing what I'm passionate about doing. It's not what I want to make now, but it's something. It's able to keep me afloat. So that was if that wouldn't have happened, it would have been tougher for me to just quit my 9 to 5. But that happening, like, that made it all easier.
Okay.